All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, what is going on, and welcome. Welcome to a momentous day, a momentous occasion, ladies and gents. How are all of you doing? I hope I find you guys well. Today is Friday, May 28th. Wow, let's try this again. Friday, May 25th, 2018. I got ahead of myself and said the 8 before, before I said the day there. I was saying the year before the day. Welcome to my first gameplay stream of the day. Full day of streaming today. And it's a great day for multiple reasons. Alright, let's talk about those reasons, because I think you guys are going to be quite excited by what I have to say. Okay? So first off, guys. First off, welcome to the first of 2 streams today of Detroit Become Human. This is the first reason why today is a momentous occasion. Detroit Become Human is the latest game from Quantic Dream. This is the very same game company that put out such classics as Indigo Prophecy / Fahrenheit, whatever you want to call it, depending on what country you live in. Then the pretty crazy classic Heavy Rain, a game that back in 2010 put me on the map for Let's Plays on YouTube. It really was my Heavy Rain playthrough that I guess people would say broke me through the glass ceiling and got me noticed by a mainstream audience back on YouTube some 8+ years ago. Okay? And then a few years after that, Beyond Two Souls. Okay? So far over the course of my 10 years being a content creator and a gamer on the internet, I have shared 3 different Quantic Dream gaming experiences with you guys. Okay? Now, there is actually one other game that they made years and years and years ago, and I forget what the name of it is. It was a PC exclusive at the time. I'm not sure if it actually ever got a port to console. But I basically played the 3 major games they've ever released that got mainstream coverage. Okay? So, today, we are beginning my gameplay of Detroit Become Human. This first gameplay stream will be around roughly 4 hours of gameplay, give or take, maybe a little bit more. Or less, we'll see. And then tonight, will be another 2 hours of gameplay, starting roughly between 6:15 and 6:30. Will be another 2-hour gameplay session. So just today, on launch day of Detroit, I'll be roughly 6 hours into the game. From all reports, the game's around 7 to 8 hours long. Okay? Now, it's a narrative-based game, much like all other Quantic Dream games. Your choices, your direct performance in the game with quick time events, and the choices that you make in the game will directly affect the outcome of the game and change the fate of the protagonists and the characters around them. Alright? So, much like Quantic Dream games in the past, this game will lend itself quite heavily to a second playthrough. And in fact, I've decided, since this is the case, that today, since I will be playing for roughly 6 hours, I'll be playing this again on Sunday, and as soon as I beat the first run-through of the game on Sunday, I'm immediately starting my second run, where I'm going to do the same, game, obviously, but with different choices. I'm going to try to do completely different choices and see how that changes the game, from start to finish. All right. We'll see. I have all of today, 6 hours. I have Sunday, another 4 hours. Okay? And then I have another 4+ hours scheduled of this game on Monday. And what I'm hoping is between the 2 sessions, okay, I can do 2 run-throughs of the game with different choices and see how that affects things and see how the ending changes. Alright? So you're in luck. If you like this style of game, if you've watched me play Quantic Dream games, or another game that was very similar to this game over the years, I would say would be Until Dawn. That was another playthrough that I did that was a classic. People absolutely loved when I played the game at release. And I'm really feeling this game, again, is going to have that kind of vibe to it, all right? So, definitely liking, the idea that I'll be playing the heck out of this game the next 3 gameplay sessions or the next 3 gameplay days that I do it, okay? So that's number 1. That's why today's a momentous occasion. This is only the 4th Quantic Dream game I've ever played. Every time I play one, the playthroughs seem to be quite entertaining. People love my commentary style during this kind of game. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing what Quantic Dream has done with their latest outing, and I certainly hope that you guys will enjoy this playthrough. Alright. Now, the other reason that today is an epic and momentous day is because, ladies and gentlemen, today marks the beginning of a non-stop new release content for you, pretty much for at least a month. Allow me to explain. I'm going to give you the rough idea of what you guys can expect. Starting today, moving forward for the next month, it's going to be a crazy amount of fun stuff on streams, and I hope that you guys certainly will start coming by daily if you can, because of so much fun stuff. All right. So today, Detroit Become Human all day long, 2 gameplay streams. Tomorrow I am off. Tomorrow is my first day off in 9 days, so I do need a day away from streaming to, recuperate a little bit. I've got grocery shopping and chores and the like to do. It sucks, but it is what it is, right? So a day away from streaming tomorrow, but I'll be back on Sunday with more Detroit Become Human, and then Monday with more Detroit Become Human, and then Monday night I'm going to be playing H1Z1, all right? For those who are wondering, H1Z1, I played it over the course of this week and didn't have much success until last night. Last night, I did a late night session of it, and for 2 hours, I got nonstop matches, and I had a ton of fun. Twice I made the top 10. It was really suspenseful and fun to watch and fun to play. People really enjoyed my H1Z1 gameplay. So, some people have asked me, is H1Z1 going to replace PUBG? Yeah, more than likely it is, because it's a much more fun game to play and to watch, and people really enjoyed it, okay? So that's Monday. Tuesday is the premiere of the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. 4 major games in the Street Fighter franchise, including Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Street Fighter Alpha 3, and Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, all of which have online capabilities, full leaderboards, lobbies, all kinds of fun online multiplayer stuff, plus, another 8 games that have full arcade mode offline capabilities. So, holy crap, this game is going to have a ridiculous amount of content. I'm a huge fan of classic Street Fighter. This game is 100% up my alley. I am probably one of the few people on the internet who can cover this game and give you a unique perspective like no other, because I grew up in the 90s playing these games in arcades. I remember all the different characters and the lore around them. I remember, for years playing these games in arcades and tournaments. So I could definitely give you a lot of insight, a lot of knowledge, but also I'm sure it's going to be a lot of entertainment and fun. See me try to play these games online, all right? It's going to be great. So that's all starting on Tuesday, all right? So basically next week is going to be a balance between the Street Fighter Anniversary Collection, and if I am still doing a second run through Detroit Become Human, finishing that up, and H1Z1. So next week is going to be tons of fun with all these new releases, okay? Then, the first week of June, we've got Vampire, the vampire RPG action hybrid game from Don't Nod Entertainment, and we've got Shaq Fu. I know Shaq Fu's a campy joke kind of a game, but hey, I think it's going to be fun nonetheless. That's another fun week of new releases. Then the week after that, we've got E3, which obviously I'm going to be covering like I always do. Watching the press conferences with you guys here and chatting it up in the stream chat and immediately doing my reaction kind of podcast style videos right after those conferences end. Okay. That's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. And then we're going to have Jurassic World Evolution, a Jurassic World simulation game that I'm going to be checking out on stream, plus anything new that comes out of E3, which typically there's usually a lot of new games and stuff that release right around E3 because of E3 hype. So, this is going to be pretty crazy. The next few weeks in particular, that's 1, 2, 3, 3 to 4 solid weeks of nonstop new game releases, E3 coverage, so much fun, right? And I certainly hope that you guys have a lot of fun watching my streams and my coverage of all this new stuff. I think it's going to be a very hype few weeks here. All right, and I'm very excited. That being said, I already noticed there's a lot of people on stream today. Thank you guys for being here for the premiere of Detroit. I am very excited that you guys are excited, right? It's great when I play a new release and people are pumped and hyped to see me play it, and I'm very hyped for Detroit, obviously. Okay. So, now let's talk a little bit, guys, because we got a few things we got to discuss before we get started here. First of all, subscribers. We're currently up to, I believe it's 398. Let me actually double check that before I say something that's wrong. But we are very close. Oh, 399. We're actually up to 399 subscribers. All right. We're only 26 subscribers away from hitting the monthly goal with 6 days left in the month. All right. If we hit the monthly goal this month, I'm going to be doing a special Street Fighter Anniversary Collection event, a Master Challenge run, where I'm going to be trying to beat the arcade mode of every single one of the games in that collection. That's 11 competitive games, all right, on the highest difficulty level in a marathon setting. One day where I'm just going to sit down and try to play the living hell out of these games and beat them in a really grueling challenge run. There's going to be tons of salt and rage, I'm sure, because these games blatantly cheat when you put them on the hardest difficulty. They actually read your inputs, which is pretty broken. But hey, that's how all arcade games were back in the day. So, that's going to be a fun event. I definitely want to do it, but we need 26 more subs in order to hit the goal. Okay, guys? So please consider subbing to the channel, especially if you're enjoying the content. You like the Detroit playthrough this weekend when Street Fighter starts next week. If you're liking everything you see, if you subscribe to the channel, you get 3 major benefits. The first benefit is that you get access to all of my emotes. All right, any of the emotes that you like and you see in the stream chat. In particular, people love using emotes such as the DSP Pepe emote, right? They really like that one. Well, you know, you could use those. Number 2, you get access to the Chat Crown badge, which is a crown that will change color depending on how long of a supporter you are. Starts out as bronze, then goes to silver and gold, and then has rubies, and eventually will become diamond. All right. In addition, you will not have to watch advertisements if and when I run ad breaks. Typically, I do run ads a couple times a day. It's not too often, but hey, it just takes care of an annoyance for you, right? So all that being said, it benefits you in major ways, and it helps me out, obviously, and I really want to do this special event. So please, if you guys like my content, and you like these streams, and you want to see me do a fun special event, please subscribe to the channel within the next 6 days. There's 6 days to go to hit these 26 new subs, okay? Actually, someone resubbed, but I don't know if it actually counted as a sub or not. Let's see here. It did not. Still $3.99. Okay. I didn't want to get too excited there, all right? So number 1, subscribers. We're on a good track. It looks like we may hit 425 in the next few days. Let's keep it going, okay, guys? That's number 1. Number 2, I think let's just get through the plugs quickly. How about that? How about I just go right through the plugs quickly? I'm very excited to play Detroit. If you guys can't tell, I'm kind of hyper today. I'm really excited to jump into Detroit and see what the game's all about. I love Quantic Dream games, and I know you guys are going to enjoy this playthrough. So, I think I want to get through this pre-stream as quickly as possible. So let me get through the plug segment, all right? And then we'll do some shout-outs for people who have cheered, subbed, and tipped on pre-stream. And then we will begin the playthrough, okay? All right, here we go. So, if you guys enjoy my content, thank you for 10 years of support. 10 years, guys, that I've been a content creator on the internet. If you can believe it, yes. 10 freaking years. You know, starting all the way back in 2008, when I had a camera just pointed crooked at my TV screen, and I was dicking around playing silly new releases, up until now when I cover not only major new releases, but I play old games. I play, you know, a ton of stuff. And I live stream daily, and I have interaction with you guys on the stream every single day, and I love this. I love having this as my job. I absolutely love what I do for a living. I do. That being said, your support over the years has kept me here through the highs and lows, and boy have there been high highs, and boy have there been low lows, right? But we've gotten through all of it. And I love it, and I can't wait to keep doing it. All right, that being said, if you want to go above and beyond just being a standard stream viewer or video watcher, and you want to maybe support me in another way, there's a few ways you could do it. The first is my Patreon, which you can check out over at patreon.com/DarkSidePhil. With only 6 days in the month left, that means there's 6 days left this month for you to pledge to my Patreon. All right, now, pledging to my Patreon helps me out tremendously. It allows me to afford daily operational costs of the business, like cost of games, cost of electricity and internet. It also helps out with things like my taxes. It helps with a lot of things that I need to pay doing this for a living, okay? It's actually not, even though you might think it is, it's not an inexpensive thing to do. There's a lot of stuff that comes up owning your own business constantly, and that basically helps me tremendously to do it, okay? So that being said, anything that you guys contribute via Patreon or Patreon pledges helps me out tremendously, but the cool thing is you get something back for it. You earn personal perks for what you contribute over at my Patreon, all right? For example, you get premium forum access where you can nominate games for ongoing events. Right now there's an event in process where people are nominating games for a Patron's Choice playthrough that's going to happen here live on stream starting in June. I just looked at it this morning, and boy, there's some fun games that have been nominated, including Half-Life 2, Final Fantasy IX, The Simpsons Hit and Run, Jack 3, among many more. So it's going to be a pretty interesting poll once the poll gets started, okay? Which is incidentally starting this Sunday night. I should mention that, okay? So yeah, that's one perk. Another perk. Getting text or verbal thank yous in my YouTube videos. Weekly, every single week, you'll get a thank you in my videos for pledging. You get your questions answered on my bi-monthly Q&A show, Ask the King, which is coming up next month in June. In fact, it's just about less than a month now till my next Q&A show, okay? Or you could even get a private Q&A video made, right? Pretty cool, where you get to answer or ask me anything you want, and I will answer your questions in your own video that's 20 minutes or more in length, okay? Just a few of the perks. Give it a look. Patreon.com/DarkSidePhil. There's only 6 days left this month to pledge, all right, to get in on what we're doing here with this monthly campaign. So only 6 days left. Please consider pledging. It helps me out tremendously, and you get stuff for it. Give it a look. Patreon.com/DarkSidePhil, okay? Number 2, my Teespring merchandise shop, all right, where you can buy some really cool merchandise that is all branded with DSPGaming, all right, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, stickers, mugs, fun stuff. I can personally attest to the quality of the product because guess what, guys? Watch this. Get ready. Because I own the product and I use it on a daily basis. Here's my mug, and here's the shirt. Look at this. Oh. Pretty great stuff. This is personally still my favorite design of everything. It's the King design, the King Skull design. But there's many, many more over there that you can check out and give a look. And it's great quality stuff. I personally can attest to it because I own it and use it on a daily basis. And I pick the better quality. I should mention that too. A lot of people who sell t-shirts on the internet use the El Cheapo shit. Oh, what's the lowest quality shirt I can sell and charge like $20 for a shirt so I can make like a ridiculous profit margin? I don't. I actually have used the good quality t-shirts, so I make way less money on each sale, but you get a better quality product, okay? So please give it a look. Teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. Anything that you guys get from there, I get a good commission from. It helps me out tremendously. And obviously you guys get a cool collectible out of it as well, all right? Now, last but certainly not least, guys. Certainly not least. If you're here live on the stream, and the reason I say that, if you're live on the stream, you might be saying, why is Phil saying that? I thought we're all live. No, some people actually watch this pre-stream on demand on YouTube. I record it for YouTube as well, okay? But if you are live on the stream, and you would like to, jump in on the fun today, in particular, this is a very narrative-based game, Detroit, but you'll have an opportunity to interject yourself into the gameplay. If you either cheer, sub, or tip during the course of today's stream, I will give you a shout-out, all right? Now, keep in mind, if there's a heavy cutscene or whatever going on, no, I'm not going to interrupt the cutscene with the shout-outs, but I will do my best in between the times when, there's cutscenes to try to get to a part where I can do some, interaction with you guys, and I will give you shout-outs for any of your contributions, all right? Now, there's a few criteria that you will need to follow if you do want to get a shout-out. The first is please be concise. The more short-worded or short-winded you are, the more abrupt and concise you are with your comments for your shout-outs, the better chance there is that I'm going to read and react to it on stream. If you cheer, sub, or tip and leave me a 14-sentence paragraph, chances are I'm not going to disrupt the gameplay for 5 to 10 minutes to read what you're saying. Please try to keep it short, all right? Number 2, please try to be positive, try to be on topic. Don't try to derail the stream. And what I mean by that is, please, no questions about politics or religion. Please, no messages about drama or sad things or, negative, toxic things. People always try to do this. They'll come in and they'll say, did you hear this guy insulted you, Phil? I don't care. This is a gameplay stream. It's meant to be fun and uplifting and entertaining. All right? It's that simple. And in that regard, please don't try to purposely come in and be toxic or negative or derail the stream with sadness or negativity or insults. Some people try to insult other people and stuff. In general, the bottom line is the vast majority of people who watch the streams get it. And most people who cheer, sub, or tit get it. Okay? So, in regards to that, It's cool, and usually my streams are a very positive, fun, entertaining place. There are a few bad apples here or there who try to ruin it for everyone. It's always going to exist. There's nothing you can do about that. But thanks to those who are positive and who contribute positively, I definitely appreciate that, all right? Now, if you would like visual recognition for your contributions today, all right? If you would like to have a cool animation play on stream for either your cheer, sub, or tip, there's 3 ways you could do it. You either need to cheer 50 bits or more at a time. You need to subscribe to the channel, wait a couple minutes for the share button to appear, and click on that share button. Or you could tip me $5 or more at a time as well. If you do any of those 3 things, an animation will play on stream. It's really sweet, designed by longtime viewer, fan, and chat moderator Popsicolo. Shout out to him for making those for us, okay? And they're really neat, and they add to the stream in particular in a positive way. Pretty awesome, okay? One just played right now, and I'm going to give that person a shout out shortly, okay? So, pretty nice. You get both visual and verbal recognition for your contributions, right? Pretty nice. Now, I've already mentioned subscribers, guys. You know about the subscriber goal. Please consider subscribing to the channel. We have 6 days left to hit the goal, and I believe we're only about 26 subscribers away from hitting the goal. It's definitely doable, all right? Number 2, I mentioned tips, and you might say, well, what do you mean by tips? I know that, you know, through Twitch here, you could either cheer with bits or you can subscribe right through the interface, but how do I tip? Well, I will explain that process right now. If you'd like to tip me, there's 2 ways you can do it. First of all, if you're watching the stream on a desktop-style device and you look below my stream, you may see a grid of information, including a bunch of buttons that say things like DSPGaming, my YouTube channel, the rules of the stream, and then there's one that says Tip Jar. If you click on that, it'll take you to my tips page where you can either leave an anonymous tip or your name in a message, okay? If you don't see any of that information, it's probably because you're watching on a mobile version of the site, which is perfectly fine. You know, phones and the like usually only display the mobile version. That being said, you won't see those buttons. So instead, if you type !tip into the stream chat, it will actually bring you to the tips page directly, and you can leave a tip there. It's a good alternate way. A lot of people don't want to go through the process of bits or subs, but they maybe have a PayPal account. That's how you can contribute via tips, okay? Sound good? All right. And that's it for the plugs. I'm done with the plugs, and I'm not going to plug again today. I'm not. That's it. That's my plugs for the day. Good shit. Now, let's do some shout-outs for people who have cheered, subbed, and tipped. All right. Let's see here. Hold on a second here. What I'm doing is refreshing my stuff. I'm going to scroll all the way down because it's time for shout-outs for people who have contributed over the past, overnight, and also people who have contributed during the pre-stream. Let's go ahead and give those people credit where credit is due. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, overnight, some people actually remember me and keep me in mind. If you can believe it, when I'm not even live streaming, there are particular people who like what I do so much, they swing by and they contribute. And they definitely deserve shout-outs for their contributions, so I'm going to do that right now. In particular, tonight, it was Golden Colts. Golden Colts came by overnight and did a bunch of cheering. So I just want to say very much shout-out to Golden Colts for his contributions overnight. It is very much appreciated. He was actually here last night for the H1Z1 stream, which was awesome because I haven't seen him in a while. He's been very busy recently with his personal life, but good to see him on stream, and thank you for your contributions, Golden Colts. Thanks a lot, man. Okay. All right, now, on to people who contributed during the course of today's actual stream. First of all, we've got Dai Hickse. I apologize in advance if I completely murdered your pronunciation of your name there. They subscribed to the channel for the 3rd month in a row, so thank you for 3 months of ongoing support, sir or madam. I appreciate it. Shout out to Swayinks, or Swayinks. Oh boy, let me do this again. Swayinks. Swayinks. Sweinx. Boy, these names are hard to pronounce. Who also subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much for the sub. And then he also cheered. I said, Phil, I'm sure you'll love this game. Wishing you a lot of fun. Well, thank you very much for that. YOLO Dopper cheered. He says, why do game companies issue embargoes on reviewers before street date? Is it to protect the game's reputation before release date? You know, I don't actually know. I mean, real talk, YOLO Dopper, I don't know. Because back in the day, there used to be an embargo because what they wanted to happen was they wanted the game to release on the same day as the reviews. So people would go, read the review, and then decide if they wanted to buy the game. They didn't want a review to come out weeks in advance, all right, and have one review sour everything. And what I mean by that is, let's face it, reviewers are independent individuals, and sometimes they are affected by biases. Maybe, for example, there's someone who absolutely doesn't like fighting games, but for some reason, for some asinine reason, the publisher of their magazine or the editor of their magazine assigned them to review a fighting game. So not only is the review kind of crappy, but they basically are very negative in their review, but that review comes out 2 weeks before everyone else's, and now the game gets panned because everyone's like, well, this major reviewer said the game sucks, I'm not getting it. And next thing you know, the game is a sales flop. Okay? I'm assuming that's what it is. I could be wrong. You would actually have to ask a game producer or game company what these embargoes are really for. I mean, I will tell you this, in regards to embargoes on streams and videos, more than likely they just don't want their entire game to leak on the internet super early. In particular, a game like Detroit Become Human, right? Narrative-based, and once you've seen someone play it once or twice and see the different variations on the gameplay, there's not really much else in the game. So, in particular, with a game like this, if this game leaked a month early and you saw the whole playthrough early, why are you going to go buy the game? And I can definitely understand that. But why in particular they do it, I don't know. You'd have to ask each individual publisher and see what they have to say on that subject, okay? Sway Inks cheered again and said, it's coffee time. I guess he's gonna have a nice, refreshing coffee in the morning. Many, many people do that. Very nice. Factor Backer Jr. resubscribed for the 6th month in a row. Thank you, Factor Backer Jr. for a 6-month resub. I appreciate that very much. 6 months of support. Kate has cheers. Says, thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road back again. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. Your pal and a confidant. Sounds to me like that's a song. I don't recognize the song. I guess we'll see if she tells us what song that was in the stream chat, but I have no idea. But thank you for the cheer. Ace Best gifted Wings of Redemption a sub to the channel. Har, 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 har. Hilarious. But thank you for the support nonetheless. It is a subscriber nonetheless. Johnny Saurus Rex cheered. Thank you very much, Johnny Saurus Rex, for that cheer. I appreciate that very much. Heisenflay subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Heisenflay, for the sub. This is interesting. I'm actually going to check subs before we start with the gameplay and see where we're at. Maybe we'll actually have increased in subs. We'll see. But thank you, Heisenflay, for the sub. AES cheered. It said the following. It says, one of the actors from Death Stranding, and for those who don't know, that's the latest game being developed by Hideo Kojima. Sony exclusive, I believe. He says, the game will need, quote-unquote, global player cooperation. What are your thoughts? P.S. Have a great stream. I'm going to leave after pre-stream to avoid spoilers. That's perfectly fine, AES. Hope you'll check out the playthrough on demand on my YouTube channel, DSPGaming. Once you've played the game, hopefully you'll come back and watch my experience with the game, okay? Global player cooperation. The only time I've ever really seen something like that before would be in certain games with certain choices you make. Depending on the choices you make, it could formulate a change in the game. I've seen this a couple times. I can't actually remember the games it was, but I remember there were a few games where it was like, well, most people did this, and therefore, because most people chose this or did this, the game now will do this. I could certainly see that happening, but I'm not exactly sure how it would work or what implementation it would be. Keep in mind, we have no idea what kind of game Death Stranding is. Is it survival horror? Is it action? Is it a narrative-based game like a Quantic Dream game? Is it a fucking puzzle game? I don't know. It could be a Bomani game at this point for all we know. We have no idea what the fuck this game is. So, not knowing any information about the game, it's very difficult to give any kind of an opinion on anything that's released about the game. I think we definitely need more information. And by the way, for those who aren't aware, it's already been announced. Death Stranding will be prominently featured at E3. So we're finally going to learn about, hopefully, a ton more about this game rather than just these cryptic trailers that don't explain anything about it. Hopefully we will finally get to an idea of what the hell this game is. I hope so. I seriously hope so. Okay. Alright. Shout out to Captain Caveman who cheered. He said, Phil, congrats on the first 10 years. Are you going to play style of changing choices? What on earth? Let me read this again. Hey, Phil, congrats for the first 10 years. Are you going to play style of changing choices? Huh. I'm not sure how to respond to that because I have no idea what the hell that means. However, if you are saying Am I going to basically play the game multiple times so that I can do different choices in Detroit? The answer is yes. Today we're going my very first raw playthrough, okay, where I'm going to just do choices on the cuff, see what I want to do. I'm not sure what kind of choices I'll make. We'll find out. And then when I finish my first run through of the game on this Sunday, I'm going to restart the game immediately and purposely try to make the opposite choice of what I did the first run. Because I want to see if I make the opposite choice, how it affects things, okay? So, yeah, I'm going to basically be doing 2 runs where I do completely different choices. Yes, that is happening. All right. Shout out to Sonic Fighter 25, who did a 100-bit cheer. He says, I don't know if you know this. A quick heads up, if a character dies, they will stay dead. No game over, so tread carefully, huge fan. Right. Sonic Fighter, I'm well aware of that, as a longtime fan of the Quantic Dream games, and in particular, the game Heavy Rain, which I just replayed a few months ago. If you guys want to see either my original playthrough of Heavy Rain, okay, or my new run, all right, head over to DSPGaming, where, you know, you can watch that fun stuff. But anyway, in Heavy Rain, it's permadeath. If someone dies during one of the Origami Killer trials, or if someone gets shot or stabbed, or, you know, if something horrible, they drown, that's it. They don't come back, and they're out of the story. And it actually changes the outcome and the ending of the story based on if they live or die. So, I am full aware. But thank you for the cheer very much, Sonic Fighter. Okay, High Tech Specs, what's going on? He did a 100-bit cheer. Good to see you, High Tech Specs. And he says, it's been a while since I've caught you on a live stream. Glad to return to watch you see you play in Detroit. Keep on rocking, man. You are awesome. Thank you very much, High Tech Specs. I appreciate that. Shout out to Murdoch. Murdoch has tipped me $10. Thank you very much, Murdoch. You are obviously the tip leader for today. With that tip, you're actually the first person to tip me today, so thank you very much. He says, DSP plus Quantic Dream Game equals pure awesomeness. Keep up the good work. Well, I'm very happy to hear that. Thank you very much for that, Murdoch. Appreciate that. Eclonic cheered. He says, Phil, Super Turbo Akuma is playable in the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Online Ranked. It just got confirmed from someone posting it on Twitter an hour ago. Thoughts? I think that's incredibly stupid, as everyone knows, which I was very verbal and vocal about during the time that Ultra Street Fighter 2 was, you know, the active version of Street Fighter 2 being played on the Switch for a year, that they should not have Akuma, Violent Ken, or Evil Ryu, which are considered boss-level characters with overpowered strategies and abilities. They should not be available in ranked play. Now, Violent Ken and Evil Ryu don't even exist in regular Super Turbo, which is apparently what they're using for this collection. So what I'm assuming here is that once you go into a ranked match, it's basically the regular character select screen from Super Turbo's Arcade Edition. Maybe it's just emulated. And if that is the case, yeah, you could pick Akuma. However, it's a very painstaking process for those who don't know. There's actually a code you have to put in on the character select screen, okay, in order to select Akuma. And you have to go to 4 different characters to pick him, all right? And here's the thing, if you're not aware, it takes a while. It takes some 10 seconds or something, like, and you can definitely tell, you know, if someone's picking Akuma. So as long as they didn't institute some kind of a blind pick system, and if you see someone doing the Akuma code, you can just quit. Fuck them. Oh, look, some asshole's picking Akuma who's ridiculously overpowered and shouldn't be in the fucking game. Okay, I quit. Bye. And then you never have to play those assholes. At least that's what I'm thinking. Now, if they instituted a blind pick system, now you're screwed, because now you'll have no idea to see if anyone's selecting Akuma or not. So the bottom line is we will not know what's going on with this collection until it releases on Tuesday. Yes, Akuma is incredibly broken, should not be allowed in ranked play, but am I surprised that Capcom seems to not know what the fuck they're doing? No, of course I'm not surprised. As I said, the people who made Ultra Street Fighter 2 are so dumb, they don't even understand why V-Ken, for example, would be a completely broken character online, because they're dolts. So when you have that low level of intelligence, there's no surprise that they're going to put the overpowered character banned from tournaments into the ranked play of the fucking collection, because they're already proven that they're stupid. So they're just continuing on with that you know, consistency. There you go. All right. Shout out to the Honest Troll, who did a cheer and said, Philip, I'm the Honest Troll, a lovable, friendly, unslanderous troll that will now lurk in your streams. All right, well, you can lurk, just, you know, try not to be too insulting. And again, no slander, obviously. and you should be all right. The Washington Sasquatch has cheered and says, ready for the Detroit playthrough. My mom is out getting me chicken nuggets from Wendy's. Well, there you go. Kate cheered, says, it's the Golden Girls theme song, Oh Shoesville. Oh, no wonder I have no idea what it is. Talk about a show I've never seen. Golden Girls would be #1 on the list. So that's why I didn't recognize it. Okay. Sweet Inks cheered and said, I hope you will like Destroyed. Destroyed? Huh? I have no idea. I think he means Detroit, but he said destroyed. So I don't know. Shout out to Hello Jello Games, who did 100-bit cheers. Says, Phil, what up, man? Always miss your live streams as I'm always working, but not today. Good day for a day off of work. Very nice. Good to see you. Hopefully you enjoyed the Detroit stuff today. Should be great. AES cheered again. He said, I missed your answer yesterday. Sorry for double dipping. Are you going to play Mario Tennis Tournament on June 1st? No. I have zero interest in Mario Tennis. Mario Tennis is one of the few first-party Mario titles I just don't care about. It's just tennis. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even that interesting. Of all the sports, tennis is like, I'll play a tennis game for 20 minutes and get bored and never play it again. It's fucking tennis, you know? It would be one thing if they sold a Nintendo game that was like Mario Sports, Mario Tennis, baseball, football, all those together. That would be a cool game, not just Mario Tennis. I mean, no, I'm not buying Mario Tennis, and I'm not playing in any Mario Tennis tournament. Okay, Hello Jello Games cheered again. Says, Phil, do you save your live streams on Twitch? Because on YouTube sucks when they cut a lot of the content out for copyright. YouTube is the only way I can see your games since you play in different times. I do not archive my streams on Twitch. Reason being, it's actually against Twitch and YouTube partner terms to have your videos archived on both websites at the same time. It's actually against their rules. Now, it's not necessarily enforced all the time, but I would probably be the unlucky schmuck who would get the rules enforced against him, where they would say, we found that you have a video on YouTube that's also available on Twitch, and therefore we are shutting you down, or something like that. You see what I mean? So, I don't do it. You cannot actually actively run advertisements on two websites at the same time on the same content. When you have a video up on one website, there's supposedly own exclusive advertisement rights on it. So that's why I don't double dip per se. Okay. And that being said, I agree with you, Hello Jello Games. Sometimes when I upload stuff to YouTube, they do ruin it with content ID matches that will mute the video or block the video. You're absolutely right. That's why, if you have been paying attention the past few months, I pretty much don't use any third-party music anymore. Like, for example, I replayed Grand Theft Auto San Andreas with the radio permanently off. I just had to. Because if I didn't, those videos would have probably gotten muted on YouTube, just like my original playthrough did from 2012, 6 years ago, okay? So, it sucks, but it is what it is. Now, here's the other thing. Twitch does the same thing. You may not realize this. Twitch also mutes the streams. For example, a lot of people played, what was the game? God, there was a game that I played recently. And the stream got muted on Twitch, and I can't remember for the life of me what it was. Anyway, there actually was a game where I accidentally left an archive live on Twitch, and that archive got muted because it had copyrighted music in it. So even though some people seem to think Twitch is like exempt from this system, they're not, okay? So it really doesn't matter where I play or where I archive the videos. They're going to get muted or whatever, no matter where they are, if the content holder or the copyright holder so feels that people should not have videos with their music in it, okay? So the way it works, I live stream here on Twitch, and then I record those videos of whatever I'm playing, and those get uploaded to my YouTube channel, DSPGaming, immediately following the end of whatever gameplay stream I finish. So anyone who is watching and maybe, oh man, I can't watch the whole stream, I got a dip for now, where can I catch up on it later? Head over to my YouTube channel, DSPGaming, that's where you can get caught up. Okay? Alright, shout out to Sonic Fighter, who did another 100-bit cheer. He said, Phil, how would you feel about having androids around and being in the world of Detroit Become Human? I don't know. Reason being, I haven't played the game yet. So I can't really comment. I'm interested to see, you know, what happens here in the game and how these people react, because they are androids, right? So, are they human? Do they have human tendencies? Do they want the rights of humans? You know, I don't understand. I haven't played it yet. So, once I play it, I'll give you a better opinion. Right now, I don't know too much about it. Swinks cheered and said, shout out to Rings of Redemption. Ornight cheered and said, Nia versus Ronda, vote yay or vote nay. I guess if you guys aren't aware, Nia Jax, the current WWE Raw Women's Champion, is going to be facing Ronda Rousey for the women's title at the latest pay-per-view coming up, Backlash. I don't know what WWE is going to do here, because right now they're pushing Nia as a face. So unless they turn her heel again, I'm not actually sure how they're going to spin this. To not make, because face versus face. And they almost never do that. Alright? They almost never do that at all. Usually it's face versus heel, meaning good guy versus bad guy. So I don't know how the match is going to go. Who do I want to see win? I don't really care. That's the bottom line. I don't really care who wins the match. So, alright, Zacko056 subscribed to the channel at tier 2. Thank you, Zacko, not only for the sub, but he subscribed at the higher tier, which actually means that it's a higher level and I get a little bit more, money for it, quite frankly. So thank you very much, Zacko, for the higher level of support. I appreciate that very much. And as I said, I will, at the end of this pre-stream, check to see how many subs we're at. We are going up, so this is good. We may be even closer to the monthly goal this month, guys. All right, Sway Inks cheered again and says, Phil, if there's a new game on E3, what genre would you like to see being announced? Oh, brother. Well, man, I would like to see a totally new fighting game. And what I mean by that is a fighting game that's brand new, not an existing franchise. I don't want to see Tekken, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. I want to see a totally new fighting game from the ground up. We haven't had one like that in a long time. I think the last totally new fighting game actually was Injustice, but sadly that game is number one, it's kind of like Mortal Kombat, and now it's kind of played out. I would like to see a totally new fighting game. Give us a new engine, a new idea for what kind of things you could bring to the fighting genre. I don't think we've had a lot of innovation in fighting games for quite some time at all. What we've just had is go with the same formula and do one kind of gimmick and then just rehash it. And that's not good. When you have a whole genre that's stagnant of innovation, what you get is stagnation. And that's kind of what's happened. Even though I'll say fighting games are alive and well, when you have games like Street Fighter V, right, which when you actually look on face value of that game versus previous games in the franchise, you're like, wow, this game is like a huge step back, okay? We need something fresh and new in the fighting genre. We need something better to sprucing things up. And also, let's face it, to step up and give more competition. Because right now, you've kind of got all the established players. You got Arc Systems, who's making the Guilty Gear, BlazBlue, Dragon Ball Fighter style games. You've got Street Fighter made by Capcom. You've got the Mortal Kombat Injustice style games made by Midway / NetherRealm. Now they're NetherRealm. They're not Midway anymore. And then you've got basically Bandai Namco, who is doing Tekken and Soul Calibur. But we've had all these franchises for a long-ass time. I think Dragon Ball FighterZ is the only new one, but again, it plays pretty much like Guilty Gear. We need something refreshing and different in the realm of fighters. I would love to see a whole new fighting franchise, but I don't know if we're ever going to see it, quite frankly. So there you go. Shout out to Atlas Telemon. Good to see you, man. He did a 50-bit cheer, and he said, this proves Capcom absolutely does not even search for feedback after a release of a game. You're right. like Atlas Telemon is obviously referring to the Capcom Classics, the Capcom Street Fighter Anniversary collection coming out next week, and the fact that we just discussed that Akuma seems like he's playable in ranked matches. I fully believe that Capcom has no competent idea what they're doing when they do this stuff. Like, anyone who plays Street Fighter 2, anybody who plays the game at a competitive level will tell you the first thing out of their mouth. Well, how should we go about the online play? Don't put Akuma in it. That would be the first words out of their mouth. Akuma is incredibly overpowered. When you play him with a very basic pattern in Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, he is by far the best character and nearly unbeatable. If you actually do just a simple pattern with timed air and ground fireballs, no character can beat him. No one can counter it. He also has incredibly high damage. He cannot be dizzied. Yes, that's correct. Akuma cannot be dizzied in or in Arcade Super Turbo. When he gets dizzy, he immediately recovers instantly. He's incredibly overpowered and broken. There is no reason for him to be playable in ranked matches. So, just at face value, the first thing you hear, that means that they were incompetent. The second you hear that he's in the game, well, they were incompetent. They had no idea what the fuck they were doing. I mean, it's just like, the game's not even out yet, and they've proved their incompetence. I mean, that's pretty sad. All right, AES cheered. He says, what are your thoughts about Sony primarily focusing on only 4 games at E3? Death Stranding, Spider-Man, Ghost of Tsushima, and The Last of Us Part 2. Hey, listen. Here's the deal. If Sony focuses only on 4 games, and the 4 games are absolutely outstanding, amazing games that we're all looking forward to and can't wait for more information on, great. I would much rather have a Sony press conference that focuses on 4 amazing games and gives us a ton of information about them than a fucking Ubisoft press conference where people doing Just Dance across the fucking stage and backflips and we got fucking pop stars coming out and singing and shit. Or, you know, an EA press conference where half the press conference is information on sports games when no one who fucking buys sports games watches E3 at all and never has. They just buy the latest iteration of their fucking game no matter what. Because so usually, if you're a sports-oriented person, okay, what you play is probably just sports games. Probably that's all you play, so you're going to buy them every year anyway. You don't tune into fucking E3 to find out, ooh, FIFA has a campaign with a character this year. They don't do that. But they waste their time every year at their fucking press conference with that shit. I would much rather have a press conference focused on stuff people want to hear, great games, great information about great games, rather than garbage, fluff, and just idiocy from game developers and publishers that don't fucking even know their own audience. Yet this happens every single fucking time E3 comes around, so I'm not surprised. Bambino in the stream chat just said, but Jason Derulo made E3, Phil. Okay. Let's continue on. Atlas Televon just cheered and said, sorry if I missed it earlier. What system will you buy the Street Fighter Collector's Edition on? Well, first of all, it's Street Fighter Anniversary Collection, but I know what you're saying. I personally have already pre-ordered it on PS4. Now, someone told me that they were getting a code for Xbox One, and they were going to send me the code to play it on Xbox One. That person has not contacted me in about 2 weeks. So, it could have been baloney, or maybe they thought they were getting a code, they didn't. So, I have not heard anything from that person in regards to Xbox One. And no, I'm not spending another extra $60 to get it on Xbox One unless there's very good reason. Now, another person, actually it's $40, my bad. It's not $60, it's $40, okay? Another person contacted me this week and said, I would really like to see you play this game on the Switch, so I'm willing to donate a $40 Switch credit, you know, for like the eShop or whatever it is, if you would buy the game on the Switch and then add the Switch version into your rotating sessions of online multiplayer for the game. And I said, fine, absolutely. If you give me $40 of eShop credit, I will buy the Street Fighter Anniversary Collection on Switch, and I will play it from time to time along with the PS4 version. So if that person comes through, which they said next week they're going to come through, then yes, I will be playing, I will actually be playing the Street Fighter Anniversary Collection both on PS4 and on the Switch. But let's see if they come through. A lot of times, people promise the world, and then they don't fulfill it, you know, don't come through with it. I'm not counting on it, but let's see if they do. All right. Excuse me. All right, shout out to Johnny Saurus Rex again, who cheered again and said, shout out to the one and only Dark Side Phil. Thank you very much, Johnny Saurus Rex, for that cheer. Atlas Telemon just cheered again. He says, so we have a rollback netcode and an online Akuma. How to fuck people over twice after Ultra Street Fighter 4? Yes. So for those of you who aren't aware as well, what is rollback netcode? You may be interested in this. Rollback netcode is a netcode designed for fighting games, okay, where what happens is it's kind of like a roll of the dice. You're playing the game on your console. Someone on the other end of the internet is playing the game on their console. Then there's a central area where your inputs are collected over the internet, and the data basically tries to crunch numbers. Okay, who hit who? Who pressed the button first? Sometimes it's correct. Sometimes it ain't. Sometimes it can't tell who did something first, and it literally rolls the dice and gives a random outcome. Now, sadly, what happens is you'll be playing the game, and you'll be, let's say, for example, you'll throw a fireball with Ryu. The fireball will connect against your opponent. All of a sudden, the game's netcode will say, oh, wait a minute. Well, we rolled the dice, and we decided that it did not hit. that the other person jumped over the fireball. And therefore, what will happen on your own television, you'll see the fireball connect, their health will deplete, then all of a sudden, they will suck down to the ground, their health will come back, and then they'll jump over the fireball. That's rollback netcode. Now, for all of us who play fighting games, I think we know how bad that is. How can you actively see something happen on the screen and then the game takes it back? The problem with this, especially with fighting games, when you see something happen in a fighting game, your next move is based off of what happens. So, for example, if I jump in with a character and I hit you, oh, I hit, now I'm going to do a combo. So I'm already doing my next input, okay, because I saw that it connected. But if the game takes that hit back, now I'm fucked, because now I've pressed the next button already to do my combo, and the game takes it back. So I jump in with Ryu, it shows it connects, so I press low medium kick to do a combo. Oops, the game takes it back, now I'm wide open, and someone, slams me with a super. What a great game. Yeah, rollback netcode is terrible. Rollback netcode has always been terrible. Rollback netcode is the worst netcode possible for fighting games, but they keep fucking using it for some reason. Don't ask me why. It's terrible netcode. It should not even exist. It was created by someone who will remain nameless, who basically was in it for the money. So, yeah. I know there's going to be foibles, and there's going to be setbacks with this collection. It's not going to be perfect, but at least we're going to have versions of these games that are playable for the modern audiences. At least, finally, people of this gaming generation will be exposed to the classic Street Fighter games that I grew up with. But it does suck. There's going to be drawbacks, okay? All right, Or Knights cheered. It said, is your middle name a woman's name? Yes, it's actually Yaquanda. I don't know if you guys knew that, but my middle name is Phil. Well, my full name is Philip Yaquanda Burnell. There you go. Hello Jello Games did a 100-bit cheer and says, any thought of this so-called Pokemon Switch? Have you played any of the games on the pass? Well, first of all, I have no idea what you're saying. What is on the pass? Maybe you mean in the past. I've played 2 Pokemon games for streams. And I played Pokemon Blue back in the day. The original Pokemon Blue on the original Game Boy. Actually, it was a Game Boy Pocket. That's it. So I've only played 3 Pokemon games ever. But I do like the series. I do like the series in general. I don't know much about Pokemon on the Switch. Some people the other day cheered and said that it may be a retro game, like it may be Pokemon Yellow redone and only have the original 151 Pokemon. To which I say, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I've played so few Pokemon games that wouldn't even affect me. Like, I'd be totally okay with that. So, Sway Inks cheered and says, I have to ask, I didn't hear already, are you going to play Mega Man 11? Of course I am. I love Mega Man. I love the franchise. I've always been a fan. Some of my favorite classic games from the NES are the Mega Man 1, 2, 3, and 4. And Mega Man 2 being my favorite of all time. So, abso-freaking-lutely, I will be playing Mega Man 11 when it comes out. Atlas Telemon cheered. He says, will you play Akuma just to show how broken he is, like you've done in the past to get him rebanned in tournaments? I mean, if people absolutely demanded it, what I would have to do, actually keep in mind, I haven't played with Akuma actively and actually tried to be, like, good and cheat with him, basically, which is what it is. I feel like when I pick Akuma in Street Fighter 2, I'm cheating. Because effectively you are. You're saying, I don't want to actually challenge myself with fair gameplay. I just want to do an easy mode shit. But I haven't actually tried to play with Akuma's air fireball bullshit strategy in a long time. So it may take me a while to learn it. But if people really wanted me to do, let's say, Phil, just play a whole stream as Akuma and cheese the fuck out of everyone on the internet and show them how bad it is, I'd be willing to do it maybe once. But it would not be something I would feel good doing more than once. Because that's going to be just unfair, ridiculous amount of rank points I'll earn just chucking air fireballs and ground fireballs. He's broken as fuck, okay? All right, Boa Hancock cheered. He says, will you stream while you're watching E3? No, here's the way I cover E3. It's the way I've always covered it. And let me clarify, all right? When an E3 press conference is happening, let's say the Sony press conference starts in 5 minutes. What we'll all do is we'll join my Twitch channel. And if you guys join the stream chat, I'll talk with you guys in the stream chat while we all collectively watch that stream together. In fact, I believe there's a way to get my channel to host the stream. So let's say I could tell it purposely host the Sony press conference. We can all watch the press conference on my channel together and talk about it in the stream chat while it's live. Now, while that's happening, I'm going to be taking notes, copious notes, and formulating opinions about everything that I actually see in this press conference. Then immediately when the press conference ends, I will go live, and it will be basically kind of a podcast that's a dual purpose. I will summarize everything that is said on the press conference, so that way you don't have to watch it yourself and spend hours watching fluff. And I will give you my opinions on what shows up at the press conference. All right. So in effect, you don't actually need to watch the E3 press conferences if you watch my stuff, because I summarize the press conferences for you and then give you my take on it immediately following the summarizations. All right. No, I don't watch the press conferences live with a webcam superimposed over it and then do silly faces and go, oh, wow, oh, my God, I'm so amazed. Oh, I'm jizzing in my pants because I announced a new game. Oh, hype, E3 hype. No, I don't do that. I don't do that because I believe firmly that is stupid. It's worthless. It's fucking immature. And it's basically meant for a generation of people that I don't really connect with. I'm sorry if you love watching, oh my God, live reaction to trailers, live reaction to fucking E3. I'm totally not of that at all. I want to watch, when I watch content on the internet, all right, I want to watch someone who has formulated an intelligent opinion, who is not just making a video for the hype and for the money. I want to watch someone who's actually adding some kind of critical commentary, some kind of contribution based on their own personal experience or their knowledge of the industry. That's what I want, an intelligent video, intelligent content. Not, oh, E3, hype, oh yeah, oh, look at my face, look at my overreaction, give me monies. No, I don't do that, and I never will. I think it's fucking stupid as fuck. All right, I do, and I'm sorry, that will always be my opinion. You're not going to change my opinion. You can personally have a different opinion than me, and I'm okay with that. But my own personal opinion is that is a complete waste of everyone's time. It's fluff content made straight for money. It has nothing to do with quality, and I would never put out that shit. Okay? So no, I'm not doing that. I'm doing my usual, critical commentary style on the E3 content immediately following each press conference. All right? All right. Fair enough. Swenix just tipped me $2 and says, just cause I can. Thank you very much for the tip, Swenix. I appreciate that. Or actually, it's Swayinks. Boy, I cannot say this guy's name. Oh my God, I blew it again. I said his name wrong again. It's Swayinks. Okay, I'm very sorry, Swayinks. I feel bad. Okay. Shout out to Spawn Killer, who took me $7 and says, you replayed LA Noire and then Heavy Rain. Would you consider replaying Alan Wake? See, I don't know. I don't know, and the reason I say that, Alan Wake was a great game when it was released, because at the time, there wasn't really a game like that. But I even personally remember when I played Alan Wake the first time, by the time I was done, I was tired. By the end of the game just became a grind. There were so many fucking enemies. There was so much thrown against you. And I was like, dude, how many hundreds of enemies have I killed with this fucking stupid flashlight? Like, why is this game still going? It should just end now. I remember, like, the final 3 hours of the game were a total just pain in the ass. And I was actually, even though I liked the game, I was very, very happy when I finally beat it. I was like, thank God this is finally over. Okay? So that being said, I don't know if a second run of Alan Wake would be anything that would be entertaining in 2018. Like I said, as a new release, that was a different time frame. All right? But it is what it is. I don't know if 2018 would be the right year to play Alan Wake again. Just saying. Okay? I don't know if people would be interested in it. All right, Atlas Telemon just cheered again, and he said, by the way, your PUBG gameplay has been improving. Are you dropping it for H1Z1? Well, let me put it this way. Do I want to 100% say I will never play PUBG again? No. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is this. H1Z1 is the new hotness. It just came out on consoles. It performs far better on PS4 than PUBG does. It does not have massive delay in the controls. The actual aiming and the gunplay is fun. I actually enjoy the core gameplay mechanic better because the game runs well on the PS4. Okay, much higher frame rate, no delay in the shooting or anything like that. Does it have some issues with wonkiness? With sometimes you hit someone with a car, it doesn't work. Do you have people who get out of cars, they teleport to the back of the car? Are people jumping like kangaroos and firing shotguns from midair and getting insta-kills? Yes, the game has some issues. But overall, the game's more fun to play, in my opinion, than PUBG is on console. Now, on PC, it could be a completely different situation. On console, it's just better, in my opinion. So, right now, I'm enjoying playing the hell of H1Z1. But if people do want to see me every once in a while swing back to PUBG and do a more relaxed, interactive downtime stream of PUBG versus what I'm doing in H1Z1, which is much more action-oriented, I would be willing to do that as well. I'm not 100% throwing away PUBG, but at least for the near future, yeah, I'd much rather play more H1Z1 right now than PUBG. Okay? All right. Shout out to Faithin131, who has resubbed to the channel for the 15th month in a row. He says, looking forward to watching you play this game. I'm looking forward to playing this game. But we have a lot of support here on pre-stream, which is why pre-stream's been so long today. But thank you guys for that. We will be playing the game shortly. YOLO Dopper just cheered. He said, Phil, you cannot blame people for getting popular for drama and hype videos because that is the current trend on YouTube. Times change. In your time, it was raw playthroughs, but now people are looking for drama and reaction videos. All right. So here's the thing. Can I blame people for getting blame? I don't think blame is the right word. All right. No. Blame. You are at fault because you made a style of video that caters to the lowest common denominator. And, it got popular on YouTube's. No, blame is not the right word. But I have a personal opinion. My personal opinion is that if you are a content creator that literally only does videos for drama purposes, for hype purposes, fluff. Everything you do is fluff, right? You don't actually perform any skillful kind of thing in anything that you do. I'm sorry, that is just not, in my opinion, something quality that I would want to watch. I would never just watch a fluff drama video. I would never watch my live trailer reaction video. That's garbage to me. That's like, I might as well, that's just like watching reality TV, the fucking Kardashians, right? That kind of shit. I don't watch that either. You know what I mean? I stay away from it. And so that's my personal opinion. And it's not going to change. I'm sorry, but I'm a different generation than a lot of people who watch my stuff. And I don't have any kind of desire to watch reality TV. I don't have any desire to watch trailer reactions or drama videos. I'm 36 years old. I'd much rather watch informative, intelligent content with people who are, who do hard work and, earn my view. Versus someone who's just, I'm just here to talk shit all day, or just do a silly face during a trailer to try to or say something really stupid or dramatic about someone, an insult video or something. I don't care about that shit. I'm way too old for that shit. Real talk, okay? But you know what? Younger people might like it fine. So there's a whole generation of people that got popular on YouTube and whatever for doing it. If you want to see their garbage content, because it's garbage in my opinion, go right ahead and watch it. I'm not one to say, watch this and don't watch this. I mean, you guys are here on my stream watching me. I'm appreciative of that. I wouldn't want someone else to tell you, don't go watch Dark Side Phil, right? So I'm not going to be here and stand on a soapbox and say, don't watch what you like. But sometimes in life, you just got to kind of look back, look in the mirror and say, what am I doing with my time? There's people out there making certain kinds of content that some might find meaningful and some might just find, as not. And, you have a limited time to spend on this planet. Maybe you should, put a little bit of thought into what you actually watch versus just watching what's popular. I'm just saying, a lot of the times, what's popular isn't necessarily good. It's just popular for popularity's sake. And that's not a good thing. That's how we get people like the Kardashians all over every facet of our fucking lives because they're on TV, they're in ads, they're selling garbage products, they're doing everything. You can't get away from them. I could personally, if I had never heard about a Kardashian in my life probably would have been better. But sadly, they're shoved down my throats every 2 seconds because people made them into celebrities for no reason. So that's what you're doing when you're watching that kind of shovelware content. Oh, I read reaction trailer, drama video. This person did nothing. All they did was create kiddie drama for little kids, and you bought into it. You know what I mean? So, again, if you like that, fine, go watch it. But, some of us, you gotta sit back with the time we have and realize we have limited time and spend it on better shit. Okay? All right. Shout out to Judicious Echoes, who did a 200-bit cheer. He says, grab a few drinks. Just got some hot takes. Oh, give some hot takes. Don't be a... Oh, he's... Okay, let's try this again. He's talking about if I did live reactions. Okay. He says, grab a few drinks. Give some hot takes. Don't have to be a clown. Post-analysis is boring. Well, Judicious Echoes, there you go. I guess your opinion of what's entertaining is different from mine. I want informative analysis and opinions based on people thinking before they speak. I don't want, oh, raw, off-the-cuff, silly reaction that's complete fluff garbage. I don't want that. But you might want that. So then you can watch those reaction videos, and I'll make my own E3 stuff, okay? Atlas Telemon cheered again. He says, I also collected and read the Spawn comics. What do you think about the movie reboot in the making with Jamie Foxx? I didn't even know there was a movie being made. I had no idea. I'll be frank. Spawn was very popular in the 90s, died out in the 90s, and no one cares about Spawn anymore. I don't know why the hell they think if they bring back Spawn now, anyone's going to care. Honestly, I don't think it'll be successful. I could be wrong. I've been wrong many times on things that I've assumed. I don't think it's going to be successful. Or Knights cheered. Said, will Kat be watching E3 with you or by herself? I don't know. Honestly, I have not even sat down and like hashed out the E3 schedule yet. More than likely, E3 stuff on weekdays, she works. So she probably won't be able to watch it live. It's stuff on the weekends. She probably would be able to watch it with me. I haven't even asked her about it yet. I mean, that's a few weeks away. We haven't even really talked about, that yet. So I guess we'll see. 007 Blaine. What's going on, Blaine? Good to see you. He tipped me $10. He says, look everywhere during this game. Yeah, someone on pre-stream earlier said, you really need to look around in this game, because if you don't, you'll miss stuff. Like, apparently there's stuff in the game to interact with, and if you're not looking around, you could easily miss a ton of stuff. So I'm going to try to scour the environments for interactive things while I play Detroit today and see what we can find, okay? Well, holy crap, that was a lot of interactions. Thank you guys very much, okay? I appreciate that very much. Let me go ahead and see how many subs we have right now. Shit. Alright, we are up to 401 subscribers, guys. We're only 24 subscribers away from hitting the monthly goal. We could definitely do it today. We could do it Sunday, Monday, Tuesday with the Street Fighter Collection. I mean, we've got a few days left in the month, 6 days. We could definitely hit the goal. This is incredibly doable. So please, if you've been on the fence, please consider subscribing. Access to my emotes, access to the chat crown badge. You don't have to watch ads if I run them during ad breaks. And you're going to help me hit this goal where we could do this fun marathon event. I hope we could do it. I'm excited. All right. There we go. D-Baller cheered. He says, I hope this game is as good as Heavy Rain. I do too. Judicious Echoes did another 100-bit cheer. He said, oh, I think it would be funny to see the same quality content in regards to the hot takes you give on Twitter is all. That's a jab. He's trying to insult me for a stupid tweet that I made last week, which was stupid. And I admittedly deleted the tweet. That's what I mean. So I'm going to do a video that's live reaction without any thought. So I do it, and it's stupid, and I say stupid shit, and I get in trouble for it. Versus if I actually sit here and watch the E3 press conferences, and I intelligently digest the information and do a fun reaction video that has a lot of good opinionated stuff in it, based on all kinds of information, that's going to be better quality. When I just do a stupid tweet on Twitter that doesn't even express my actual opinion, it's stupid. I mean, I think Judicious Echoes actually proved my point with this cheer. Basically what he's saying is when you do a hot take, right, a quick one with really no thought to it, you end up doing stupid shit that you don't say or mean. I don't actually mean it. So he just literally proved the reason why I should never ever do a live reaction video, because it's a waste of time. It's literally just without any thought put into it, garbage, and that's why I would never do it. So thank you very much, Judicious Echoes. Your attempt to take a jab at me for how dumb I was on Twitter last week actually proved my point why I should never do a live reaction video. You did it. Congratulations, you did it. I think you've won the day, Judicious Echoes. Congratulations. All right. Third Eye the Third, cheers. So would a landslide stream poll in favor of a live E3 reaction change your mind? Nope. No. Because I know the difference between what's popular and what's good. Yeah, I'm sorry. There's crap out there that's popular, and I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry. I've always been a guy that goes against the grain when it comes to that crap. So the answer is no. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to begin with Detroit Become Human. I will say this. Thank you all. You were very, very generous this morning with all of your cheers, subs, and tips contributions. We're that much closer. Wow. Let's try that again. It's that much closer to hitting the subs goal. So thank you guys very much for that. I appreciate it. Oh, hold on. Insomniatic Meat just cheered. He says, pumped for this game. Hope you're doing great, Phil. I love you. Okay. King of Hypocrisy cheered. Aren't hot takes your raw, unfiltered opinions? If you have to script yourself, how does that make you different from the other phony YouTubers? Well, here's the difference. When you're playing a game live, okay, and you are reacting critically on the fly to what's going on in the game, you are not doing a review. You are doing a work in progress, okay? So live commentary during gameplay, even though it's on the cuff, on the fly, and it's not like a well thought out opinion, is still valid commentary because it's cool to see someone's reactions to something that may happen in a game. Today when I'm playing Detroit Become Human, something funny may happen in the story. Oh, see my live reaction. You'll like it, right? But, you're not going to take that content and use one snippet of my playthrough as the review of the whole game, right? You're not. So that being said, if I'm going to do an E3 video about E3, and I'm going to do, here's my thoughts about this press conference at E3, it's not going to be a live reaction video where you watch the whole press conference and my silly face going blah, 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 blah. But instead, it's going to be me doing something where I've already digested all the information and review the press conference, which in essence is what I do. I don't want to do live reactionary stuff to E3 press conferences, okay? I want to do a review of the E3 press conference. I feel that's a much more valid thing, all right? Again, if you want to watch the live reactionary stuff, go right ahead. I don't feel that that's valid stuff, all right? Now, if you're watching a game, that's different. It's a long-form, interactive medium. It's meant to be experienced on the fly, as well as abridged, as well as in a review form. There's many different ways that you can digest gameplay. So again, if it's not your cup of tea to watch someone do a long-form playthrough, you don't have to. In my opinion, you know, it's good long-form, it's good abridged, and it's good as a review form. You could digest all of those different ways, and it's different tastes for different folks. There's not one right or wrong way to do anything. And like I said, I am not one to stand here and say, how dare you watch someone else do a reactionary video. Go watch it if that's what you want, but I'm not going to put out that content because personally, I don't like it. There you go. Murdoch just did 100-bit cheer. He says, why does everyone want to see stupid reaction videos? Those can be called the content because the creator doesn't even do anything worthwhile. Well, that's my point. That is my point. I don't think it's worthwhile. I don't think those videos are worthwhile. That's my personal opinion. I'm sure there are people who say, I don't think watching people do Let's Plays are worthwhile. That's their opinion, right? And everyone is welcome to their own opinion. That's the cool thing about life, is that we can agree to disagree, and if you like something, you watch it. If you don't like something, you don't. But don't pressure someone to like something they don't, and don't pressure someone to do something they don't want to do, which is what's happening with me right here on this pre-stream. Everyone's pressuring me to do what's popular for E3 when I don't want to do it because I don't like it. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be true to myself, and I'm going to put out content I feel is worthwhile. So there you go. All right, guys. All right, are we ready? Are you ready? All right. Let's get started. Thank you, everyone, for your support. Again, if you do cheer, sub, or tip during the playthrough, I'll do my best to give you a shout-out. Keep in mind, this is a narrative-based game. There may be cutscenes and the like that I'm locked into and I cannot directly respond. I will do my damned best to respond when I can. All right? Let's see what happens. Detroit Become Human. I'm excited, and I hope you guys are excited too, okay? All right, let's do this. Let's end the pre-stream, and let's begin with Detroit Become Human. Everyone's saying the game has a day one patch. Well, I've checked it 3 times, and it did not say there was an update. So if I boot it and there's an update, there's nothing I can do about it. I already checked 3 times, and it said there was no update. Let me see, obviously, before we start, my audio works. It doesn't, so I have to go unplug and replug my headphones again, but it is what it is. My PS4 is a piece of shit. As I said many times, my PS4 is dying, and it sucks, because when it dies, I don't know how I'm going to afford another one. But all right. Thank you, guys. let's now begin with Detroit Become Human. Scooter Butt just cheered. He said, my body and heart is ready, DSP. All right, let's do this.